All right, so next part of this incredible story. Part one is Trump under criminal investigation. Part two, a number of statements from the Attorney General Merrick Garland over the last week or 10 days indicating a willingness, at least theoretically, to prosecute a former president. Okay, we have been waiting for these signals. The first signal is the following. Here is an interview with Lester Holt that Merrick Garland did yesterday.
You said in no uncertain terms the other day that no one is above the law. That said, the indictment of a former president, of perhaps candidate for president, would arguably tear the country apart. Is that your concern as you make your decision down the road here?
I really hope that's not his concern.
Do you have to think about things like that?
Look, we pursue justice without fear or favor. We intend to hold anyone who is criminally responsible for the events surrounding January 6th, for any attempt to interfere with the lawful transfer of power from one administration to another, accountable. That's what we do. We don't pay any attention to other issues with respect to that.
So if Donald Trump were to become a candidate for president again, that would not change your schedule or how you move forward or don't move forward?
Say again that we will hold accountable anyone who is criminally responsible for attempting to interfere with the legitimate, lawful transfer of power from one administration to the next.
So that is quite clear from Merrick Garland. That is quite clear. And there has been an increasingly noticeable shift in this direction. Now, on July 20th, this was about a week ago, Merrick Garland also made very clear, and that's the statement that was referenced, no person is above the law, also believed to be a signal about what may be coming.
We are entering a zone here where if there are charges brought against a former president related to January 6th, DOJ could be accused of playing politics. How is the department, how are you weighing that? Also, do you think that there is a constitutional question involved here about whether you charge a former president for actions allegedly taken during his term? Separately, Jayland Walker.
Okay.
Jayland Walker.
I'll answer that one too, but let me answer the first one
Okay.
first.
Thank you.
Okay, look, no person is above the law in this country. Nothing stops us.
Even a former president.
I don't know how to, maybe I'll say that again. No person is above the law in this country. I can't say it any more clearly than that. There is nothing in the principles of prosecution, in any other factors which prevent us from investigating anyone who's criminally responsible for an attempt to undo a democratic election.
So that was the first signal that there was something going on. And then, of course, over the last 24 hours, we have learned Trump under criminal investigation by the federal government, the Justice Department, a major, major deal, which we will continue to follow. Now, again, I don't want to be negative. I don't want to be pessimistic. But do I really see charges announced against Donald Trump by Merrick Garland? I don't know that I do. I don't know that I do. But I will, of course, concede I think it is more likely today than at any point over the last 2-3 years during which I've been asked about it again and again and again. Let me know where you are. You can find me on Twitter at dpacman. What do you expect at this point? And do the last 24 hours change your opinion? The only subscription streaming service dedicated to documentaries is CuriosityStream, one of our sponsors. If you love documentaries like me, you should really check out CuriosityStream. They've got all the newest and best documentary titles, tons of stuff I can't find on Netflix or Hulu. And CuriosityStream is only $125 a month when you use my link below. If you're looking for those new award-winning documentaries, they've got them. If you're looking for the classics from years ago, they have those as well. I just watched a fantastic documentary called Deep Time History, which goes into early, like prehistory. Fascinating. And CuriosityStream has an app for all of your devices, TV, phone, computer. Whether you want to watch a serene nature documentary on the couch or check out a juicy political corruption story, CuriosityStream has you covered. You can get CuriosityStream for $15 a year. That's $1.25 a month. only when you go to curiositystream.com/Pacman and use the code Pacman. The link is down below.